The year is 1947. The Indian subcontinent, still reeling from the aftershocks of British colonial rule, witnesses a bloody partition. Out of the ashes of this tumultuous division arises Pakistan, a fledgling nation grappling with existential threats. Amidst this chaos, the need for a robust intelligence apparatus becomes starkly apparent. Thus, in 1948, the Inter-Services Intelligence, or ISI, is born, its primary mission to safeguard the nascent nation's security and territorial integrity. The ISI's early years were marked by the daunting task of establishing an intelligence network from scratch. The organization was initially comprised of officers drawn from the Pakistan Army, Navy, and Air Force. It faced the formidable challenge of countering internal threats while simultaneously navigating the complexities of a volatile geopolitical landscape. Pakistan's adversarial relationship with India, stemming from territorial disputes and ideological differences, cast a long shadow over the ISI's formative years. The bitter legacy of partition, etched in bloodshed and displacement, fueled a deep-seated mistrust between the two newly independent nations. This rivalry would go on to define the ISI's trajectory, shaping its priorities and operational strategies for decades to come. The dawn of the Cold War ushered in an era of global superpower rivalry, with the United States and the Soviet Union vying for influence across the globe. Pakistan, strategically located at the crossroads of South Asia, Central Asia, and the Middle East, found itself caught in the crosscurrents of this ideological struggle. The ISI, still in its infancy, was thrust onto the front lines of this geopolitical chess game. Recognizing Pakistan's strategic significance, the United States sought to cultivate a strong alliance with the fledgling nation. The ISI became a key conduit for American military and financial aid, receiving training and support from Western intelligence agencies, including the CIA. The agency's primary objective during this period was to counter Soviet influence in the region, particularly in neighboring Afghanistan. The ISI played a pivotal role in supporting Afghan mujahideen groups fighting against the Soviet-backed Afghan government. The agency funneled weapons, funding, and training to these resistance fighters, effectively using them as proxies in a larger geopolitical struggle. The ISI's covert operations in Afghanistan would have far-reaching consequences, shaping the destiny of the region for decades to come. The Soviet invasion of Afghanistan in 1979 marked a turning point in the Cold War and catapulted the ISI into a new era of prominence. The agency's deep networks within Afghanistan, cultivated over years of covert operations, proved invaluable in supporting the Afghan mujahideen's resistance against the Soviet occupation. The ISI, backed by American funding and intelligence, emerged as a key player in arming, training, and directing the mujahideen fighters. The rugged mountains and valleys of Afghanistan became a battleground not only for Afghan freedom fighters and Soviet forces, but also for a covert proxy war between the superpowers. The ISI's role in this conflict was crucial. They provided the mujahideen with critical intelligence, sophisticated weaponry, including Stinger missiles, and training in guerrilla warfare tactics. The ISI's efforts, alongside those of the United States and other Western allies, contributed significantly to the eventual Soviet withdrawal from Afghanistan in 1989. This victory, however, came at a cost. The ISI's support for the mujahideen had empowered a new generation of battle-hardened fighters, some of whom would go on to form extremist groups that posed a threat to regional and global security. Section 4. The nuclear umbrella ISI's covert guardianship of Pakistan's arsenal. As the Cold War raged on and tensions with India remained high, Pakistan embarked on a clandestine mission to develop its own nuclear weapons program. The ISI played a crucial role in this endeavor, operating in the shadows to acquire technology, materials, and expertise from around the world. The agency's vast network of contacts and its ability to operate with a high degree of secrecy made it the ideal organization to oversee this sensitive program. The ISI was tasked with protecting Pakistani scientists working on the nuclear project, securing sensitive facilities, and procuring materials through covert means. The ISI's success in keeping Pakistan's nuclear aspirations shrouded in secrecy for so long is a testament to its operational prowess. The agency's covert operations extended to global black markets, where it sought to acquire dual-use technologies and materials that could be used for both civilian and military purposes. The ISI's efforts culminated in Pakistan's successful nuclear tests in 1998, cementing its status as a nuclear-armed state. Section 5. The Double-Edged Sword, ISI's Controversial Alliances and the War on Terror. The aftermath of the Cold War brought about a new set of challenges and opportunities for the ISI. The collapse of the Soviet Union created a power vacuum in Central Asia, a region of strategic importance to Pakistan. The ISI saw an opportunity to extend its influence into this region, supporting Islamist groups and separatist movements that aligned with Pakistan's interests. The 9/11 terrorist attacks on the United States marked a watershed moment in global affairs and plunged the world into a new era of conflict. The War on Terror. Pakistan, under the leadership of General Pervez Musharraf, made the strategic decision to ally itself with the United States in this fight. The ISI, with its deep knowledge of terrorist networks and its ability to operate in the shadows, became a key partner in the US-led war on terror. However, the ISI's historical ties to certain extremist groups, particularly those operating in Afghanistan and Kashmir, complicated its relationship with the United States. The agency was accused of playing a double game, supporting the US war on terror while simultaneously providing safe haven to certain militant groups that served its strategic interests.